It's my first time doing this with some other person.
Really?
Yeah, it's my first time doing like an actual video with someone else. Alrighty guys, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have this little Cocoa Puff looking person with me. Alright, yeah, so basically we're gonna do a best friend tag today, featuring Sajidibrahimee.
Surprised. Alright, let's go. I'm ready. I think I'm ready.
So, first question. How did we meet?
Oh, that's a really good question. How did we meet?
You're rocking back and forth.
I can't rock back and forth.
You can. Alright, how did we meet?
I should have drank my second Monster.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, should I go get it right now?
You didn't drink it?
No.
I didn't drink it. Go ahead. Try it
I'll
out.
do it, I guess. I got it.
Alright. Oh, I'm cutting that out.
You're not allowed to touch my back like that.
I'm cutting that out.
When did we meet?
Yeah.
Was it 2013?
Yeah, I think it was
12?
2013, yeah.
Yeah, it was 2013. We met in the middle room of 1H, 150th Street. We had walked in with our other friend Samir. Samir was like, bro, this is my friend Yusuf. From
That's in the other room, by the way.
Yeah. It's like, this is my other friend. His name's Yusuf. And Samir had actually come up to me before and he was like, yo, bro, I had this boy come in, bro, he's mad cool. Can he sleep in our room? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then he came in and I was like, dang, this dude looks mad Asian. Like, I was like, yo, I was not expecting this. Because I knew he was mixed, but I didn't know he was that Asian. I was like, yo, like, Maz was really Asian. Like, now he doesn't look as Asian as he did before, trust me.
I'm going to try my best to find a picture and put it up.
Oh, I have one.
You have one? Shoot. Alright, so basically, to give you more detail, Sajid and I, we met in a boarding school upstate in New York. And it was like a religious, like Quran school or whatever, right? Our parents kind of like shoved us in that school where we were like, how old are you? We were like 12? We were like 12,
yeah.
13 but around that time. So it was like 2012 maybe, like the
that's
too young.
This is how Asian Yusuf used to look, bro. Look at him. Look at that.
2013, around there, 2002, towards the end of 2012. I was sent to New York by my parents to go study like Quran and stuff. And he was there for a couple of months before I came, and Samir, which is our other friend, I knew him as like a mutual friend. We knew each other before I even came to New York, and he told Sajid, because that time he was like in charge of like the room that the kids were staying in. So he goes up to Sajid and he says, yo, my friend's coming over, his name is Yusuf, he's super cool, can he like stay in our room? So Sajid's like, yeah, I'll think about it, whatever, right? And completely not understanding that like I'm an Asian kid. He probably thought like some brown kid was coming.
Yeah, I was like, alright, whatever.
Yeah, and then I came, and that's basically how we met. And yeah, we met so we've been knowing each other for what, how many years? Like 7 years? 8
Yeah,
years?
alright, this makes me sound really racist. Look, when Samir described him to me, he was like, he's a mixed baby, he's from Pakistan, and he's half Filipino. I'm like, okay, cool. So he probably looks brown. I jumped to that conclusion, okay, my fault, whatever. But dude, yo, I'm telling you, he looked like he was Asian. Like, he looked only Filipino. I was like, dude, I was not expecting this at all.
I still had like a baby face and had like long hair and stuff. Okay.
It was mad funny.
Alright, so the next question is, what was your first impression of me? Why are you laughing already?
I was like, who the hell is this kid? I was like, where'd he come from? I actually didn't have any impression because I that day. So when I was in Madrasa, bro, I was just like, I was always mad sad because I wanted to go home. I did not give a crap what was going on around me.
I didn't really know what was going on with, like, in the situation, so I was still kind of happy. I still had that little like brink of happiness left inside of me. It's kind of ironic because like when we were studying together for like 4 years, we were never like close. We literally from the ages of 12 to like 16, but we barely ever spoke to each other because this guy was just like didn't like me, right?
That's not true.
But now that he lives in Texas and I live in like Louisiana, it's like super close, and we got super close after we graduated. So
yeah, I think we got close after I was driving home one time, and I was like, Yusuf lives in New Orleans, right? Let me hit him up. I was like, yo, let me hit him up, see what he's up to. And then I went, and then we just hung out and chilled, and then that was it.
What is your favorite memory together? We have a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot of good memories together. But like, I don't know, man.
Favorite memory? I don't know. I feel like when you have a friendship that's like goes on for this long, you don't really have a favorite memory.
Have a favorite.
It's not like a relationship where like, okay, you're Unless, no, I'm joking.
Favorite memory? Whoa, when you came to my house last time in New Jersey in Atlantic City, went to the beach, bro. We went to
Dude, that was so
it was
chill.
so lit.
Yeah,
we had so much fun. It was a whole vibe. Like literally, felt like we were in Outer Banks.
So like, if you guys haven't been to Atlantic City, it's like it's an island, right? Is it? Yeah, it's basically an island.
South Jersey.
Yeah, if you're like walking through the streets, if you're literally going to like a Walgreens or a CVS, you look around you and like down the street, you just see the beach. It's just like surrounded. It's like a 360 beach.
Literally,
so
dude,
it's crazy. It's beautiful. You can literally walk to the beach from any part of the city.
You guys should come to my house.
It's like a mini
Everybody
Vegas,
just come.
but like the halal version of Vegas. You know?
I don't know about that.
Describe each other in one word.
Good. Mad corny, bro. He's mad corny.
I wasn't always corny, was it? Okay, like serious deep mode, like cue the.
Okay. Generous.
Generous? Asian. Alright, so okay, I'll go first. Okay, so gay. No. What is it called? One word. Sajid is very.
You always
because one word is like so hard to describe in one word. He's just very like determined.
Yeah, that's
determined. Yeah, determined.
I'm down for that too.
So you're gonna choose that for my word too?
Yeah, you're pretty determined. Yeah, you're driven.
Driven?
Yeah, you're
elaborate
driven.
on that.
Yeah, dude, if you put your mind to something, you ain't gonna stop until you get it.
Yeah, it's kind of no. My family knows that too. It's like if there's something I don't want, I'm not even gonna look at it twice, right? But if there's something that I want, even if I have no idea how I'm gonna get there, I'm just gonna be trying.
Yo, literally, let me tell you, when Yusuf was in Mother's bro, like the first 2-3 years he was there, like 2 years, and man's like, he was chilling. Dude, when he had to finish his and leave, because everyone was leaving, like I dipped, and he left the year after, like our other friend Samir left, like everyone was leaving. Yo, that year, dude, he sat down and finished the rest of the Quran. Gave his one sitting, reading the entire Quran in one sitting. That's not a joke. That's mad hard. He did that, and then he just left. Like, talk about being driven. That's the hardest thing a human being can ever do. Like, I'm not even joking.
The standards of graduating from the school that we both studied in was, in order to graduate, you had to finish memorizing the entire Quran, and you had to give it in one sitting, basically from like sunrise to sunfall to sunset, right?
Sunfall.
So the year that I did it, I memorized like it was like 10 juz in like 4 months or something, and then I just repeated it. So I wanted to get out and I wanted to graduate and just come back to normal life. So I set my mind to that, and nothing was able to like distract me from that, right? My word was determined, and yours was driven, right?
The D.
Double D's. Dunkin' Donuts. Alright, what's my middle name? Do you have a middle name?
I do have a middle name.
What's my middle name?
You have a middle name?
Yes, I have a middle name.
Give me a hint.
It starts with an A.
No way. Really?
It's so basic, but it's Ahmed, yeah.
You have a middle name?
Yes, I have a middle name. My dad's middle name is Ahmed, so he gave it to me.
I never knew that. Oh, dang, bro.
So my full name is Yusuf Ahmed Siddiqui, and Sajid's is Sajid Hassan Ibrahimi.
Alright, quiz time. Was that always my name?
What the hell kind of question is that? Was your original name Hassan?
No.
Hassan?
No. You said was it Hassan? Was it Hassan? No.
I don't know, what was it?
I'll give you the initials. It was MSH.
Muhammad? Your name was Muhammad?
I was a Muhammad before.
Oh, you're Muhammad? Alright, speaking of like birth names, right? My original name was Rahim. Like my mom has like a birth video of me where I'm like a little tiny like fetus. And
Asian fetus?
Asian fetus, like a legit like yellow fetus. And my mom is like talking to me. She's like, Rahim, good morning, Rahim. And I'm like, what the heck? And then she officially changed my name to Yusuf a couple of days after like I got like spat out into this dunya. So yeah. So what does my shoe says? You're looking at my feet. You can't even tell.
A 10? 11?
No.
9?
No.
8?
No.
9.5?
Yeah, it's like 9.5, 10.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yours is probably a size 8.
Yeah, that was actually
Yeah?
perfect.
Shit.
Wow.
List 3 items that I always have with me.
3 items that you always have with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your phone's one of them for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Your ring is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't always have a necklace. The third one is your wallet. Okay, yeah, these are basic things, but you always have them with you.
Right, true.
Name 3 items that I always have with me, huh?
That you always have with you. Okay, your phone.
Yeah, that's one. I'll let you have that one. That's true.
Food.
No, that's not true.
Shit. A pair of shorts. I've never seen you in pants.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably wearing shorts under this, aren't you?
I am.
You are, right?
No.
Slides.
Oh, I do wear chappal.
Definitely. So, what's our favorite inside joke? No, I would probably say khandos.
Khandos, that's there too.
If anyone knows what khandos is, you're a true OG.
Yeah, you really
like
are.
OG, like this OG, like the definition of OG doesn't even start from like social media OG. This is like back in modern days OGs.
Right,
so if you know
Insta,
if you know what khandos is, then comment down below, and I will subscribe and follow you on all of your platforms. But what about me always makes you smile?
Nothing.
Good answer. How would you react if I died tomorrow?
I'm doing much like normally. I feel like, oh damn, he's gone. Alright, cool. Time to go.
So, story time, guys. Grab your popcorn because it's about to get scary.
So when Yusuf came the first time to my house in Texas, he came. I was like, bro, yo, there's this one spot. It's mad lit, bro. It's a cliff jumping spot. It's amazing. It's so much fun. I'm like, yo, you know how to swim? He was one of his boys, and we were like, yo, we all knew how to swim. So I was like, I bet. But Yusuf's like, yeah, yo, I can swim, but I can't float, which is mad corny. But like, whatever. I was like, yeah, you'll be fine. But the problem with this place is that once you jump into the cliff, you have to swim like literally like 40 miles back to like shore to climb up and then come back around.
Like literally, if you were to give them perspective, maybe it's like a whole Walmart, like a Supercenter Walmart or a Home Depot like parking lot. That's like how far from one end to the other.
Yeah,
like, no joke. Yeah.
So you gotta swim that, and like, I thought it was like very doable, and I thought it was really simple and easy to do.
Cause he grew up on the beach, like in Atlantic City. So,
yeah.
So he's really well versed in like swimming.
And stuff like that, and like I run too. So like I'm fine. So like I jump in, swim around, swim.
How far was how deep was the drop? Was it good like 70 feet maybe, right?
Like from the top of the cliff to the water? Yeah, something like that.
Cause it took a good like 2-3 seconds to actually hit the water.
Yeah. So like it's pretty high. I think it's like actually 60 feet or something like that, depending on the tide too. So that day it was low tide, so it was higher. So we jumped in. Well, I jumped in, swam back, jumped in like a second time, swam back, and then his friend jumped in, swam back, and then Yusuf was like, "All right, fine, it's time for me to go." I don't remember how many times we jumped exactly, but
it was like twice before I jumped in.
Yeah. So then
you were jumping in like in and out. You like literally jumped in. Yeah. So you would like jump in. You would like swim around, jump in again. I was like, "Alright, this doesn't look that hard. I can probably do it, right?" So then what happened is that Yusuf, he goes. Man jumps off like a champ, right? He hits the water, mashallah, everything's good. Jeez, alright? And we're like, yeah, yo, it's mad lit, it's amazing, yay, what's up? Yeah, it's great. So then he starts swimming, right? And like, I'm getting ready to jump in again. And then like 5 minutes into, cause I'm tired at this point already, bro. It's like, I jumped like 3 or 4 times, like, I'm tired. So then... You wanna take off from here?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Give you my perspective. Alright, so basically, as Sajid was saying, so I jump into the water, right? And this is crazy because like I don't think people understand how like scary jumping off a cliff into water is, right? Especially into a place that's not a pool, because usually when you're in a pool, you kind of understand. Okay, there's even if it's like a 10-foot pool, there's like a ground underneath the water and stuff where you can like kick off of that and boost yourself up, right? I didn't even like think of that. So as soon as I jumped in and I realized like, oh snap, there's no bottom. I can't like my feet, like I have to float, right? So, and I completely like underestimated like the power of like natural waves and stuff, right? It's like really heavy. So I jump in, right, and it takes me a couple of seconds to come back up, right? Because it's not just jumping into a pool, you're jumping straight in, you go all the way down and you come back up, right? So I was like, alright, this shouldn't be too hard. So I'm trying to swim, and you have to swim around like the cliff to where like the shore is. So I start swimming, and I'm like, I just float, and then Sajid's like up there. He's like, you got it? I'm like, yeah, I'm okay. I'll meet you on the other side, right? So halfway there, on the side of like the cliff area, there's, instead of, if you don't want to swim all the way to like the shore area, like the shallow water, there's like this like super thin rope. There was like 2 or 3 ropes that you can literally like pull yourself up to.
But dude, it was mad hard. Like if you could climb a rope, cool. But like that rope was
it wasn't
difficult.
like one of those like high school ropes that you grab on, like thick ones. It was like
it was like thin. It was like
the stuff
thin.
that you like see people tying like pieces of wood on like a truck or something, right? And then it had knots on it. So on top of that, like you're floating. So I grab onto the rope and I'm like, okay, I can do this, right? So I tried pulling myself up, and my shorts were like holding on to so much water, and my body was kind of like thing. And also there's like no stability. You're like literally swinging like to the side because like you have no stability because it's so like thin. So I fall back down into the water. I'm like, no, I got this. I can do it again, right? So I climb up to the rope again, and then I almost get to like the top area, and then I couldn't hold on to it. And Junaid was there, right? My other friend that came with me when we came to visit the last time. And he's like, yo, you got it? I was like, yeah, I got it. But then I slipped and I fell back in. Now, when I fell back in, it takes so much of like your entire body's like energy just to climb on top of the rope, right? So when I fell into the water, there's nothing you can stand on. You have to float back up, right? So I was like, okay, screw it. I can't do it. If I try again, I'm just not going to be able to think, right? So I was like, let's just power through it. And I'll swim to the shore. In my head, I was like, yo, bro, like my ego was like freaking inflamed. I was like, yo, I go to the gym all the time. I can like deadlift this much. I can like squat this much. It shouldn't be too hard. I can do it, right? So I start like, what is it called? Backpedaling?
Right? Like backstroke.
Backstroking, right? But then the thing about that is your entire peripheral view is like blocked off by water. And only thing I can see is like the sky, which is like the clouds. And I have absolutely no direction of where I'm going. I don't know if I'm moving further into the water or if I'm actually going the right direction. So I start panicking on the inside, right? And my legs start to fill up with like lactic acid and start giving out. So I was like, okay, screw this. I'm just going to turn around and I'm going to use my arms. So I'm trying to stay calm. I'm like, stay calm, Yusuf, stay calm, Yusuf. And then this was probably like 30 seconds after I fell down from the rope. And this is how fast everything was going. But I'm just like breaking it down to you guys so you have the full understanding of like what was going through my head, right? So I turn around and I start swimming with my arms. And my arms start giving out, right? That's when I started panicking like crazy, bro. Because like, there's nothing on the floor, and like it was, imagine like 60 feet. Like even if I screamed your name, like you probably wouldn't be able to hear me because there's other people up there, and like, so to keep it short, I don't want to make it too long, but so my entire body gave out, right? And I started screaming Sajid's name, and this is the point where I kind of started sinking, right? So one of the people on top, they were like, hey man, I think one of your friends are drowning, right? So Sajid, he had a GoPro like strapped to his chest, right? So he's like, nah, I don't think he's drowning. So he looks down, and he literally sees, like, what did you see?
Yo, bro.
Why the hell are you laughing?
So when that guy came to me, right? He's like, yo, I think one of your friends are drowning. I'm like, nah, bro. He's not drowning. It's okay. He's like, no. He's actually drowning. I was like, oh, shit, for real? So I go to the edge, and I see Yusuf like, going up and down in the water.
To him, it's funny, but for me,
I'm sorry I'm laughing at this, but like, I've seen people drown before, so like... But like, not to the point of death, like, you would have been fine. Like, you had a solid 5 minutes before you were gonna die.
Yeah.
So like, quickly, I saw that, I'm like, oh damn, bro. So like, I run back, take off my GoPro, leave it, and then jump right into the water.
Yeah, it was crazy, because like, I was literally like screaming Sajid's name. I was like, Sajid, help me, right? And then he asked me, he was like, are you good? And I was like, no, I need help. And then I was like, literally like going down into the water, right? Because my entire body like gave out. Even if I tried my hardest to move, I just couldn't move because like my limbs were just completely giving out. So he literally tears the GoPro off his chest and he jumps straight in without any like hesitation, right? If he literally hesitated for a split second, I would have been like gone.
So the thing is, Junaid jumped in.
Yeah.
But he jumped in mad far.
Yeah, I was like here, and he jumped in like all the way over there, right?
I was like, dude, what are you doing? Like, he's right there. But yeah. So then I jumped in, and then I grabbed him. Right? I grabbed you.
Yeah, you grabbed me with one arm, and then you like swam to like
the
tiny thing. Yeah.
The shore, or not the shore, not all the way back.
To the side of the cliff.
Yeah. And then we were kind of there. We found like put his foot in like one of the little cracks or crevices.
Yeah.
And then
I remember Sajid was like, "Yo, bro, you feel my foot?" And I was like trying to feel it, but my legs were so weak I could barely even feel his foot. He's like, "There's like this little tiny ledge." Yeah, they were like numb, you know, because I was like full panic mode and I was like swallowing so much water and like no oxygen in my body. And then I was like, "Yeah, I feel it." And then he looked at me in the eyes. He's like, "Yo, bro, you're gonna be okay, all right?" Yeah. But in my mind, there was so much doubt because like it's one thing when you think, okay, everyone like watching this, everyone here, we all know that we're gonna die, right? But it's one thing when you literally believe that, okay, I'm gone, like that's it, you know?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
like I literally believed. Like there was a moment where I kid you not, I was like, okay, I was like saying, Allah, like give me another chance, right? And then that's when like I was like my body was like giving out, right? So this was like before I even called you like your name and stuff, right? And then as I was panicking, I was like, okay, this is it. Like, this is the end of like Yusuf Siddiqui. This is like, I'm gone. Like, that's it, you know? Like, I was like, what the hell my parents are gonna think? Like, you know? And like, it's crazy, bro. Like, I literally thought I was gonna, like, that's it, right? So I was like, I was so out of it when he told me like, you're gonna be okay, right? And then he looked at me in the eyes and he's like, yo, do you see the shore over there? And I'm like, what the hell? So I look back, I see the shore, and he's like, we're gonna swim there. Can you do it? And I was like, no, I can't do it. He's like, yeah, you can. I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm serious, right? So he's like, okay, hold on here. I'm gonna go get the boat. So there was like a boat. There was people who had like a speedboat or something like that.
Yeah. So like I was like, nah, Yusuf, you're not gonna get on the boat. I was like, you're gonna catch your breath and you're gonna do it. You're gonna swim from here to there. You can do it. And it wasn't that far. It wasn't that far. He could have done it. And I was like, no, bro,
but
you have to do it.
It's the fear of water.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's literally the fear of water, right? So then he calls the people on the boat. The people on the boat come. And just like imagine this, like even though they were like right next to me, I couldn't even pull myself up on the boat. They had like a ladder that they gave me, like, here, climb the thing. So I literally grabbed onto this side thing and I couldn't even lift my foot out of the water to push me over, right? So Saji literally had to like, I don't know how he did it. He had to like float and he still had to push me on, and the people grabbed me onto the boat and I was like shivering. And at that point, I couldn't even see the people who like saved me, who were on the boat, because like everything was like white and it was just flashing. And I couldn't see anything. So I finally got to shore and it was like a really hot like summer day. They gave me cherries and they're like, hey man, like they're like, hey son, you'll be okay. Is this your first time like swimming? And I was like, yeah. And I felt like a complete idiot because like on the way there, I was telling everyone in the car, I was like, nobody drown, don't do anything stupid, right? But then like in reality, I was the one who like, drowned, right? So like it's crazy. It's crazy when like God or Allah, whatever you guys want to call it, like Allah puts you in a situation where you're begging for your help. Like your physical ability is out of the picture, your mental ability is out of the picture, and you're literally grasping onto life for like literally mere breaths, you know, like by a thread. And I was literally asking Allah, I was like, Allah, give me another chance. That was like my last words. It was like, Allah, give me another chance. I didn't care about anything else. My only belief was like, yo, Allah, give me another chance. And he did, you know. So like after that, like everything changed. Like my perspective, I was like, yo, this is like me sitting here right now is like my second chance. So that was a story time. So he literally saved my life, literally. Like literally,
that was crazy.
He literally saved my life. So every time you think about it, it's like, yo, subhanAllah, like it's crazy how that took place and how I actually died.
Yeah.
It sounds like your typical drowning story, but when you actually live through it, like a lot of people joke around like, oh, this person drowned, that person drowned, ha ha ha, you know. But when you can't breathe, you literally can't breathe, and you can't touch the floor. Your feet are floating. The only things that you can rely on is like your ability to float, but then your limbs are completely full of like.
Yeah, because your lungs are about to like collapse because there's no oxygen. Oxygen is not going into your body. Your body, like, you can't move anything. Yeah. Because your blood doesn't have oxygen in it. It's just like horrible. It's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. That's basically it. And that kind of like concludes how our friendship started and how we kind of met and why we're like so strong and stuff. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video of how I almost died. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed the story time or whatever. So like and subscribe, comment down below. If you made it this far into the video, comment down
watermelon.
Watermelon? Yeah. Comment down watermelon or the watermelon emoji, whatever works for you. So do that. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.